Hey guys, this is Hella Bella Reseller. I have an Amazon FBA sales update video for you. I'm going to show you 10 things that I sold this week via Amazon FBA. Going to let you know what I paid for them and what they sold for and any other relevant information that you might be able to learn something from. So we'll just jump into this. The first item is a children's book, Max the Bad Talking Parrot. It's an older book. I paid 50 cents for that and it sold for $19.99. The sales rank was not amazing. You can see it's got over 1 million rank. I don't let that stop me. I'm cool with 3 million and under. I know there's a lot of changes going on right now with the new long-term storage fees, so moving forward, I'm definitely going to take into consideration how long my items are able to sit there. But anything with books under 2 or 3 million rank still does pretty well for me. So just a reminder not to ignore the children's books. If it looks old, scan it. The I Can Read books do really well as well, so that's just something to keep in mind. Moving on to the second item that I sold, I got these sheets on clearance at Walmart. I believe they were 75% off. I really like the sheets for myself, but they did not have them in a queen size bed. So I got these for $8.16 and they sold for $55.50. Looks like the price has gone down a little bit since then, but yeah, that was a great flip. And my only regret was that there weren't more in stock for me to buy. I bought these and I bought two other patterns that I haven't sold yet, so I may have to adjust the price on those. The other patterns that I bought were just some plaid sheets, so I think they didn't do as well because the puppy dog print is really popular. But nevertheless, a good profit on that, and I'm not super good at retail arbitrage. It's something that I'm not totally comfortable with, but I'm trying to branch out into it. I'm realizing that you do have to spend more money to make more money. Sales rank in this, not amazing, but not bad either. Moving on to the third item. This is a copy of Surrender the Pink that I found for $1 and it sold for $35. As you all know, Carrie Fisher and her mother both passed away quite recently, and her books skyrocketed on Amazon. A lot of them were out of stock. I know the paperback copies went out of stock, but this was for a hard copy or a hardcover copy, and I happened to look for this at a store that I went in that alphabetizes books and found it, and I was shocked at how well it sold. $35. I mean, that's a lot for just a standard book. However, since this sold so well, I have been buying these off of eBay, and I've been buying them off of Amazon from merchants and reselling them as FBA. So let you guys in on a little secret. You can use Keepa to let you know when the price drops on a book. So say I know this book is popular, which you guys can all use this now, so this book is probably no longer going to be an asset to my inventory. However, you can use Keepa to say, hey, could you let me know every time the price drops below, say, $5? So every time it does, we could go in and see right now that the lowest price is $13, $4 shipping, and then you've got to buy that from a merchant, so it's not coming in 2 days, and it just goes up from there. And if you take a look at the Prime offers, we see that the lowest Prime offer is $50, and then there's another one that's $60 from a person who's just launched. So, I mean, we can come in there and easily sell our item as well. There's a lot of room for competition here. Not many sellers. So, I just bought another copy of this. I have a spreadsheet that I keep things that I buy. I bought a copy of it for $8.23, and I listed at $45. I also went and bought a copy the other day for $4. I'm going to list that probably for $45 as well. Looks like I bought another copy of it for $8.99. This is just a new strategy that I'm using, and you could call it online arbitrage if you want to. I mean, it's just basically buying from merchants and reselling right back on Amazon as an FBA seller. And it just shows you the power of how much more you're able to charge just by being a Prime seller. So moving on to item number 4. This is a book called The Middle Passage. It was a large book. I believe it was sort of a picture book, and it had a lot of interesting things in it. I paid $2 for that, and it sold for $24.99. The rank wasn't bad on it. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's an art book. That's what it was. Anytime you see an art book or photography book, you may want to take a second look at it. And typically they are larger books because they have to have room to show the art in the book. Moving on to number 5, we can go ahead and talk about the magazines again. I know some of you guys were interested in that. So this Hillary magazine, I picked that up for 50 cents, and it sold for $13.99. This is a recent one. It came out in 2016. I believe it was, September 2016. The sales rank on it, again, not amazing, but not bad either. I don't think there's many prime sellers selling this right now. We can take a look at it. Yeah. Let's go into new and used, and we'll also filter for prime. Well, we said we would. Filter for prime. Okay, yeah, that's just me. Hella Bella Books is selling it at $13.99. So, I mean, it's not a super popular item, but then again, you can see where I'm the only prime seller. So, I mean, like, I'm pretty much dominating the market on this one thing. So, anytime that you have a chance to, you know, make your own little prime monopoly, you know, you can kind of charge a little bit more for your item. So, something to keep in mind. Moving on to item number 6. This is a textbook that I bought on eBay for $50 and I sold on Amazon FBA for $110. So obviously I had to pay a lot more for this than I would typically pay for books at a thrift store. You know, I get mad when I have to pay more than $2 at a thrift store. But I am trying new strategies, and this book was an eBay purchase, and I received $89 for it, you know, on Amazon, and then I calculated that I had made a $39 profit on a $50 investment. So not a bad return, but at the same time, I don't know if this is the way that I want to run my business, because you know there's a period of time where I have $50 tied up in this book that I can't get that back for new inventory. And of course, I was wondering, well, is it really going to sell for $110? But the sales rank was really good, and it is a textbook. It has around a 10,000 sales rank. So, I mean, as soon as I got it to the warehouse, it sold. But just another way to do business, another thing to think about if you think about eBay arbitrage and selling those books on Amazon. So moving on to item number 7, we have another magazine. Just wanted to stress the magazines to you guys. Any kind of political magazine, whether it be the Obamas, the Clintons, or Trumps, are doing really well right now. Doesn't matter who you like, they're all going to sell. You can see this has a sales rank of 78,267, which is really good for a magazine. But I actually bought this for 50 cents, and it sold for $14.99. So I just sent in, I think, 2 more copies that I found recently. Once again, I think this is going to be one of those situations where there are no prime sellers, or maybe one. Yeah, absolutely no prime sellers. So I'm going to list this again at $14.99, and what I did was I just hit the send and replenish inventory. So I list these as good because they do have the label cut off from the library. So I just write in the description, label has been removed or covered, and then, you know, list in good condition. So you don't want them to be surprised when they get the magazine and it doesn't have the full cover. But so far, so good with those. So moving on to the 8th item. I was really happy about this flip. This is a book that I got for 50 cents. It was in my haul video that I posted, I think maybe 2 or 3 videos ago. And it sold for $39.99, so not bad for a 50-cent investment. It's another textbook, campaigns and elections. You know, anytime you see a textbook, just grab it. And you can see the lowest price was $29.87, or it is now, and I was able to sell for $10 more than that, 25% higher, you know, at $39.99. So another case where, you know, prime sellers can charge more. Doesn't really matter what product it is. So moving on, this is a book that I bought off of my local student textbook exchange. I live like 5 minutes from a university, so I frequently find a student who's selling all their books and try to make them a bundle deal on this. So I paid $40 for this, and it sold for $147.98. Looks like I netted $120 on this from Amazon, so I made an $80 profit on a $40 investment. So I like that kind of investment. I can deal with that. So I was really excited about that. Really boosted my sales numbers. And it looks like I've sold a lot, but I really haven't. I think I've done around 3,300 in sales for January so far. I'm hoping to break 4,000 for January. That's my goal. My goal was originally 2,000, but I broke that like super early, so I I'm just shooting for the stars, you know. You just got to keep sending in inventory. I think that's the secret to this game, that, you know, you have to put in the time, and the more stock you have, the more you can sell. So get out there and source, try to find products. I'm working every day to try and find products. Oh wow, you can see the bestseller rank right now is 106 in books. That's amazing. So that book is doing really well. That'd be something to look for. If you live near a university, maybe check a Facebook group or something. You know, you think that it's uncommon, but it's really not that common. You can find these books, and once you learn which ones sell well, you'll keep an eye out for them, you know. So I'm going to move on to the last item. This is a Human Anatomy and Physiology book. This was also in my haul video. This was the loose leaf book I talked about. You know, if any of you have been to college lately or have a kid in college, you know that they stopped binding books and we have to put them in a damn binder. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. However, I found this book at a thrift store for $4, and it sold for $32. So what I put in my listing was that you will receive a loose leaf copy in a binder. You need to make sure you put that in the listing, because you don't want the customer to be surprised when they get a book that's not bound. Which most customers who are students understand that, and they're used to that, so that's no big deal. So that's the end of my sales update. I might go ahead and take a look at my stats for the last few days and go on to Seller Central. So this is my first month, I guess, as a full-time reseller. I graduated in December, and this is the first time that I've had the opportunity to do nothing but just work on my business and try to help it grow. Today I did $172 in sales. Last seven days I've did a little over 2,000. And you can see the numbers. There's nothing amazing here, guys. You know, anybody can do this, and a lot of people do way better than this. And that's the inspiration that I use. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. You know, when I'm driving in the car, say I just had to drive today like 30 minutes to go to a place that I check about once a month to source, and the whole way there, I was listening to a YouTube video. So, you know, you can educate yourself even while you're on the road. And, you know, it's kind of like a podcast. You just kind of sit back and listen and try to take in information. Of course, my mom would call me when I'm making a YouTube video. Sorry about that, guys. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to grow from this point. I don't see any reason why not. I'm wondering about doing some wholesale stuff. I'm also wondering about retail arbitrage. I'm worried about online arbitrage, private label. There's so many ways to make money online right now. So I think I'm just going to keep playing with it and keep up after this and see how it goes. And, you know, if you guys like the video and you like my rambling, please leave a comment and tell me what you don't like or what you want to see next. If you want to talk more about the online arbitrage, I can do a video on that, or I can post a haul video, and I also sell on eBay, so I was thinking of doing an eBay sales update video as well. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Just hope you enjoyed it.